by the Chicago Bears front office. And dare I say, George McCaskey deserves a ton of credit in getting Ben Johnson here. Basically said, I'm not doing it anymore, Mom. We're not going to be bad. We're spending money.
Slammed his own mom this time.
Michael just walking through. Just no! Whole family devastated. We got Ben Johnson. It was worth it.
That's right. That's right. Do what you got to do.
Oh, man. We got to keep having a conversation, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. If you have not downloaded the podcast side of things, the podcast is up on Spotify. Podcast is up on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to tap in with the podcast as well when you are on the go and can't sit here on YouTube. Maybe you don't have that YouTube premium and you want to keep your phone, have your phone off so you're not killing your battery because these batteries be dying out here.
They do.
That steak was phenomenal, by the way, JC.
Oh, you son of
that was a great steak.
I had cereal for dinner last night. How dare you? How dare you? Celebratory cereal while you over there celebrating steaks would have been.
That sounds like a personal problem, JC. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Celebratory cereal sounds like a bad decision.
It was actually good cereal, though, I would admit.
All right, well, T-Stamp. No, man. Hey, appreciate you guys, man. Let's get back into this conversation because now we got to have the conversation on. All right, you got Ben Johnson in the building. What do you expect him to be? Is he going to be the best of these candidates? Realistically, is he in the best situation to be the best? And I think that that's a better conversation because we'll never know until it happens if he's the best head coach out of the bunch. If he's our Sean McVay. But the one thing that I will say is I look around and I know Oakland Raiders fans or Vegas Raiders fans were they fully believed everything they believed. Oh, we got it. Oh, got it. We're going to get Ben Johnson. Wait a minute. What?
Mm-hmm.
They believed that was the best situation for Ben Johnson to come to. Again, giving credit to the Bears, it seemed like for everything Ian Rappaport was saying and all of this, that he was going to be landing there in Vegas. But the Bears were able to fight him off and convince him that this is the best spot available for him. Jordan, JC, do you agree, not only with Ben Johnson's decision, but with what the Bears sold him on, that this is the best spot for Ben Johnson that was available?
Absolutely. I think this was sold to him a while ago. He didn't need a second interview. I believe everybody was convinced, a la Ryan Pace back in the day. Are you convinced? Are you convinced? We're all convinced. I think that was the conversation. And I'm going to be honest with you. There was an insider, I believe his name Jordan Schultz, who mentioned that it could have been a smokescreen all along where Las Vegas was involved. And you have to give credit to Ben Johnson's agent, where it could have been driving up the bargain or rather the price on Ben Johnson, because quite honestly, when you compare the two destinations, like there is no comparison. In my opinion, we talked about it, you go into Las Vegas, what will that have accomplished outside of you getting ultimate power and the ultimate, decision-making? Outside of that, you're not going to win. You're going to a division that is completely elite with one of the most elite quarterbacks and elite coaches in the game right now. Like you have a better chance of winning and being successful and building a team here in the NFC North. Yes, that is also a tough division, but you saw that you have three teams who only played one game more than the Bears this entire season, despite all of their wins. Like we might be on par or on course with those teams more so. And then of course you have the quarterback. That is the most important thing here, is you have the quarterback. And I think, yes, Ben Johnson will obviously be found out either good or bad very soon. And I think that's the reason why it's important that you get the right staff together, because that is also very key. But when it comes to this leader of men thing that we always throw out there, that's the question mark. We don't need to question, his offensive ability and the things that he can probably tap into when it comes to Caleb. The numbers are there for that. That's proven, in my opinion. What's not proven is, well, can he handle a full role of responsibilities when it comes to the entire team? How does he look when it comes to mastering, okay, the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, he's going to have, a guy like Aaron Glenn who probably will, if he comes here, will take over all of that responsibility. He's not going to get involved with that. But my thing is that you still have to be over the entire team. And so will you bring the grit, the toughness, the discipline that was lacking at the beginning of this year from Waldron and Eberflus? Will you bring all of those things, the intangibles, the game management, making sure you call timeouts at the right time, making sure you get your players in the right positions so they don't blow games for us at the last second with Hail Marys? Like, those are the parts of the game that I want to see him actually have as part of his bag. We already know the offense is going to be good, so I've yet to see that. That's my question mark.
And that's the big thing here, and the biggest question mark. I agree with you. By the way, over 500 in the chat, over 600 in the chat, 600. There you go. Right. I agree with you. I think that this offense will finally begin to start to have some consistency with it. Here's the thing, though, and I talked about this when people bring up, oh, God, he's just Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels did nothing for the offense. Josh McDaniels had a top 10 offense with the Oakland Raiders. Josh McDaniels still had a 1,600-yard season out of Josh Jacobs. Josh McDaniels still had a 1,500-yard season out of Devontae Adams. Derek Carr still had a good year that year. That doesn't matter in winning. You have to have all phases of the ball. Now, it helps. But if you're not having all phases of the ball clicking 110% at the same time, you're not going to do the ultimate level of winning. Of course, that is getting to a championship. Can he do that? That's why, to me, this staff is so important. That's why, to me, getting the star-studded staff is so important. Getting the guys that have done this is so important. And I said this, right, when you look at the other candidates available, Mike McCarthy was the big name that we wanted, that we were like, okay, all right, you bring in Mike McCarthy, it's pretty cool. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. At least we know we would be winning. And I do think that the Bears would win a ton of games with Mike McCarthy. But you also have to say, are you going to change everything and set history? Because no head coach has ever won another championship on another team after winning it on his first.
That's an interesting stat, because he hasn't won in a while. So, I mean, that rings true.
I'm going to also say this, bro. And this is why I like these YNs out here, these new youngins. You know what I mean? These new kids. Super Bowls are stupid hard to win.
Extremely. Everybody wanted Detroit. A lot of.
If I'm not mistaken, I think there are 35 different Super Bowl winners, and like 11 of those rings. Actually, no. 12 of those rings are all to the same people. Outside of a one-off with Bruce Arians in there.
Yeah.
Super Bowls are really hard to win. That's why it's like, you have to have the perfect situation. Replicating winning Super Bowls is really hard to do.
It's not a joke. I mean, look at the teams that you thought were going to be more challenging. We're going to be challenging for that Super Bowl this year. You thought Detroit was going to at the very least get to the NFC North, or the NFC championship out the first round. Like, it is extremely hard to get to the promised land. No, I completely agree with you.
In what Super Bowl we on now? Which one is this?
XLV.
I never know, because they all.
I thought it was XLV or something.
Yeah, Super Bowl is this XLI? What's 2025? What year is this? We get Roman numerals in there. My head start hurting.
Yeah, just say the number at this point. I'm tired of that.
Bro, just put a number there, bro. We're not back in Rome anymore. LIX. What the heck? Super Bowl licks. That's what we are. We're on licks. Super Bowl licks. What number is that? There's no way people are still using this.
Super Bowl licks.
What is that? 59? I think that's 59, if I'm not mistaken. It's 59, all right? God. That's 59.
Okay, all right. We appreciate y'all. 59.
Us sitting here still speaking Roman. Get out of here. Still writing Roman numerals out here. We ain't using this stuff. Put a number up there, dog. These kids can't tell time with a regular watch. It's over. They digital, baby.
59 is hilarious. Oh my God.
Out of 59 Super Bowls, 35 coaches have won.
Yeah.
It's hard. Don't clip that up.
This guy.
It would have been tough. So it's just like to sit there and like some of the guys who have done it are like Bill won in 01, 03, 04, 14, 16, and 18. Like it's a lot just from 4 dudes that have won most of these Super Bowls. Chuck Noll, 74, 75, 78, 79. Bill Walsh, 81, 84, 88. Joe Gibbs, 82, 87, 91. Andy Reid, 2019, 2022, 2023, 2024. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. It's coming though. Three-peat on the way. It's hard to win in this league. So, like, to discredit, I said all that to say, we got really off topic there. I said all that to say about Mike McCarthy, to say that he's washed up and all of that and he ain't got it no more. It's hard to win Super Bowls in this league, especially when you get to other teams.
Yeah.
But back to the Ben Johnson point here. That was a heck of a side note there. Super Bowl licks. Got to watch yourself.
Chat is going nuts. Yeah.
The Baby Oil Super Bowl sponsored by Diddy.
That is retarded. That is so crazy.
No.
Oh my God.
Watch yourself now. What'd you say, Pat? I better see the number 60 on Super Bowl next season. What's Super Bowl? What is that like? I don't even want to know. Ben Johnson has an opportunity to become one of these guys.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy probably doesn't. Not to say he can't. I do believe he's a good coach. I do believe he can get the job done. I think that if put in the right position, maybe he is that guy that breaks history. He's a really good offensive coach. He's a really good head coach. That's proven. I think Pete Carroll, same way. I think Mike Vrabel, same way. I think there's all these guys that you look at and you go, oh, these guys, they suck because they didn't win in their last spot. The big one, it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
But once again, I would rather take a chance on the big fish, the big swing in Ben Johnson and the hope that he still has of becoming the Andy Reids, the Joe Gibbs, the Bill Walshes, the Bill Belichicks, the guys like that. Yeah. That hope is kind of past for Mike McCarthy in my mind.
Yeah, that's why I said, before, I've said, I'll say it again, the known versus the unknown. I love, shout out to my boy Justo. Appreciate you showing some love. He said, can't teach an old dog new tricks. McCarthy style could only get you so far. That's what I'm thinking is like, you that's okay as a plan B. Like if you went with plan B and you said, okay, Ben Johnson's gone. He went to, if they even got him in Las Vegas or he went to the Jets or the Saints or whatever. And we said, okay, Mike is the next guy up. We wined and dined him. We gave him steak. We showed him around Chicago. Okay, bring him in the building. He can at least up the culture of this organization. We know what he does as far as regular season win percentage. He's got the Super Bowl on his resume. Those are things that you credit, and he already is a head coach. You're not questioning whether or not he can come in and be a head coach because he already has done it. Those are the things that are in his resume. But as far as the ceiling of getting somewhere, the 11-11 playoff record is nice. But in the last, I believe, 4 times you've been to the playoffs with the Cowboys, you're 1-3, and you're out in the first round. So that's my thing is that there's a cap there. There's a ceiling. You don't know what the ceiling is with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is still not yet to have been found out. And so that's the scary but also exciting part of this is, well, what's his ceiling? We know what he can be as far as bringing in an exciting offense, a spark to the team with that. But what are the areas can he improve in? What other areas will he be able to evolve in and be the next maybe Kyle Shanahan, be the next maybe Sean McVay, as you mentioned? That's what we're excited about is the unknown.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think that's the one thing for me that when you look at Ben Johnson, there's still that opportunity there to set your own legacy. And it's not like he's a scrub. I know he can call an offense. The question is, can he bring a team together? That's the big thing. Can you bring a team together?